Hey CG, I'm Keaton.
And I'm Kinsey.
And we have your announcements for Friday, January 22nd, 2016.
We have all kinds of great features for you this week, including stories on teachers, girls basketball, student trainers, and more. First up, Lacey Siderowitz has a video for you about 17 things students should try to accomplish before 2017.
Before 2017, I need to go to at least 5 concerts.
Before 2017, I want to learn how to cook.
Something I want to do before 2017 is go to cliff diving.
Before 2017, I want to swim across the ocean.
Before 2017, I would love to go skydiving.
Before 2017, I want to see T-Buff dunk.
Before 2017, I want to win another state championship.
Before 2017, I want to travel.
Alright, so before 2017, I'm gonna put out my mixtape and glow up.
Before 2017, I want to learn how to tie a bow tie.
Before 2017, I want to take a real vacation, like actually leave the state of Indiana, go to a beach somewhere, something fun like that.
Before 2017, I want to learn how to draw with my feet.
Before 2017, I want to go in a hot air balloon.
Before 2017, I want to go scuba diving.
Before the year 2017, I want to attend the Talladega 500.
Summer of 2016, I want to water ski.
Before 2017, I just don't want to get friend zoned.
If one of your goals is to be more active at CG, don't forget student council applications are due by 3 p.m. today to Mrs. Harden in room 224 or to Mrs. Chaplin in the guidance office.
Students aren't the only ones filling out applications and working over and above their daytime responsibilities. Many teachers are also going back to the classroom as students, earning additional degrees.
Throughout the school, there are several teachers pursuing master's degrees to further their education. This proves that teachers are students too.
I'm Ms. Rice, and I teach early college English 9 and Honors American Studies. I'm currently enrolled in the Composition Studies program at IU University East. The best part about being a student is constantly being able to learn new concepts, new ideas, new theories in education, new ideas for composition, and then being able to apply those into my classroom.
Mr. Blackburn finished his master's degree this past December.
I think the thing that I liked the most about my grad school program was getting to meet new people, especially people that had similar interests as myself, so focusing on my level of study, some interesting discussions.
The best part for me about being a student is the opportunity to learn. I'm in education because I love learning, and going back to school has given me an opportunity to learn more about education from a different perspective. It's given me an opportunity to see education itself through a different lens. So I'm really big on learning and education, and going back to school has given me an opportunity to do more formal education and hopefully further my career.
The worst part about being a student is finding that balance, balancing my work here at Center Grove with coaching, with taking classes, and trying to maintain a personal life at the same time.
With regards to grad school, I think that the hardest part or most challenging part was the amount of reading that I had to do, 2 to 3 books a week. I was not prepared to read that much volume, so took a while to get used to.
The worst part about being a student is just the time commitment. Being a full-time educator, there's a lot of time that you're focusing on stuff here, but you don't have a lot of time outside of school to focus on your studies. So time management's difficult. It's a bit of a challenge, but you work through it.
Being a student myself, I think has helped me with my relationship with other students, in that I understand some of the stresses of trying to juggle all of this material, all the reading material, all the work that goes along with trying to be successful academically, and so it's, I think, helped me be a little more patient when students need a little bit more time to do things.
I've been able to take a lot of what I've learned in my classes and apply it in my classroom for student benefit. For instance, last semester I did a research project about how students prefer to receive feedback on written essays, and all of their ideas and the research has now been applied to my own teaching methods.
The degree has impacted me in the way I work with everybody. I went and I got my master's in educational leadership and supervision. So learning how to interact with other people, interacting with adults, seeing education from a different perspective helps me make better decisions when it comes to global campus issues, when it comes to working with teachers, working with students, and helps me make better decisions when it comes to matters with students, teachers, and what I do.
Just before Christmas, we did a CGTV story and a Newsmax story about some of our most veteran teachers. One of them, Mrs. Miller, just retired a few weeks ago. Another one, a legend here at Center Grove, is retiring this summer. Morgan Weaver and Paxton Walton bring you a feature about Mr. Frank.
This is Mr. Frank's last semester at CGHS as he is retiring at the end of the school year after 38 years of teaching. He shares with us what inspired him to become a teacher.
I think my parents, especially my mother, really encouraged it, read to me a lot of history as a kid, did a lot of traveling, and then I had a very good high school history teacher who was a wonderful guy, and I really helped think me about that as a career.
We asked Mr. Frank if he had any plans after retirement.
Yeah, spend a lot of time with their grandchildren, that kind of thing, and maybe do a little writing, and have some plans to go back to Asia, and also going to be spending some time in Europe.
Mr. Frank shares with us his favorite place he's traveled.
All places traveled, I think Hong Kong, because it has a lot of Asian influence, and yet there's a lot of history there. It's a beautiful place, and I really like that city.
We asked Mr. Frank if he could travel back to any moment in history, what would it be?
Well, that's a great question. I have too many on the list. I'd like to look over... Actually, the one question I have about President Kennedy's assassination is, where was Lee Harvey Oswald going after he left the book depository? And if I could follow him and try to ask him and really try to figure out that's a great mystery to me.
Mr. Frank shares with us what he will miss the most about teaching.
The students. I have so many fun, interesting, motivated, high-achieving students, and I've been very lucky.
We asked some of his students what comes to mind when they think of Mr. Frank.
Successful, passionate, and knowledgeable.
Legacy, honor, just everything good about the world.
He's really passionate about what he does, and he loves his job so much, and that really comes through when he's teaching.
He's just a passionate person who just inspires me so much.
Very intellectual, smart person that always has facts about everything that pertains to history.
Many students grow very fond of Mr. Frank, so seeing him retire can be a very hard thing for many of them.
It's going to be tough. He's an amazing teacher, an amazing guy. Just love what he does for the history department, what he does for the school. It's going to be tough seeing him go, even though I had him for just 1 year. I'm really going to miss him.
I've known him since October, but my dad used to have him, and it kind of makes me sad that a generation of teaching is going to go away.
And last up today, we have a video for you about a freshman who has written a novel and is working to get it published. Zen Johnston has a feature for you about Willow Kapke.
Willow Kapke is a 14-year-old freshman at Center Grove. This past year, she published her first novel, Where the Compass Rose, which is her first book in a series.
I have written a 93,000 word novel. It is about a 16-year-old girl named Zaye, and she is a hybrid between a human and a Delphunge person from another universe. And at the beginning of the book, she unknowingly has the deadliest weapon in all creation. And she basically has to figure out how to rule over a civilization she's never heard of and protect them from the fifth creator. I started writing it when I was in 7th grade, so of course then it's not like I had a huge education in language and everything. So I've always liked writing ever since I learned how to pick up a pencil. So I think the thing that made me want to write War of the Compass Rose was simply I was, reading all these science fiction, fantasy, action type books like Divergent and Hunger Games, and I saw that I liked that type of genre, and I decided that I wanted to write something like that. So I didn't really want to wait until I was older and had this degree to back me up. I also thought being as young as I am and having a published book, it would become bigger because, you know, youngest author is kind of a big title, so it gives me publicity.
Most students write answers to questions, but Willow Kapke writes questions to answer in her novel called Where the Compass Rose. Order now on Amazon.
That's all we have for you today, CG. Have a great weekend.